how your vision goes blinding white. You're no longer in the tundra filled with flowers. You blink, and you're in the dome. You all see a blinding, flashing light in Hal's eyes as he opens them, and it dims almost instantly as he blinks.
Did we finish our long rest, or are we still a long rest?
You'd have taken a short rest at this point. It was still a bit early to take a long rest, so you kind of have probably, I would say, another hour or two before you feel like you could really get some good sleep.
I don't have anything I would like to do. I think I'd probably be exhausted and just head back against the wall, close my eyes, and think about home.
As Hal tries to get as comfortable as he can within the dome, sit quietly, taking a moment, just reflect on everything that's happened, and eventually you're all able to get some sleep, knowing you're secure, at least for now, here underground in the dome, so you can all get a long rest. You all awaken as the chill air, even insulated as you are underground, the biting freeze of the tundra above, still quite chilly as the dome fades. Day is yours.
Up and at 'em. Let's continue another day and a half or so, depending on the weather. Speaking of the weather, what's the weather going to be like, Paladin?
Belladin raises his hand up. A little bit of air thickens around his hand, and the expression of the next 24 hours of weather.
Does he lick his finger first before he does that?
Not underground, I don't. If we were above ground, I would.
Yeah, your fingers are pretty dirty, Belladin. Wild shape doesn't clean you off, so.
No, yeah, Belladin's hair is less white than it normally is.
Just fingernails are just packed with dirt right now.
Yeah, he's got a like an unspoken agreement with the rest of the party that as long as his fur, aka his hair, doesn't turn yellow, just don't even mention it. As long as it's not that kind of dirty snow.
But the magic forms within your palm, and you see the snowfall continuing. Not a blizzard, but continuous snow.
At least it won't be a whiteout though. Just it continues. Uses his staff to kind of break the shell, because he leaves a little bit of snow in the tunnel, so that way if anyone were to come across like where they are, it just looks like snow on top, and then snow has fallen on it. But from our side, it is a open cavity where the dome is placed, and then a tunnel going in the right direction. So we know the way to exit at the edge of that, and uses his staff to kind of open the cork of our little hideout, and then
Yeah, you open the cork, and more snow than you left definitely falls in and around you all.
all right, we're clear. Let's go.
Well, you all exit the tunnel and continue on your journey. The day is pretty uneventful, other than the somewhat miserable condition of a constant biting snowfall. Nothing like the whiteout blizzard when you faced off against Enix earlier a few days ago outside of Dagonmore. Just unpleasant enough to be a bit of a burden. Without the water walking ritual of Belladin, even with your snowshoes, this would have been a arduous journey.
Yeah, and I renew it every hour, just as I renew the Pass Without a Trace.
The day goes without incident, and soon you find your legs becoming weary as Hal almost sense more than see that the sun will be setting soon.
Time to dig a hole, Paladin.
All right. Do you need a survival roll or anything to find it, or like a good spot?
I mean, you're digging underground. You make your own spot at this point, so I don't think it's required.
I just mean that, like, I don't know how, if there's any glacier or glacier runs or any underground rivers or anything. I just wanted to make sure that anywhere I'd be digging would not be a dangerous place where I'm gonna accidentally come into
Sure,
the
give me a
top of
survival roll for
a
that
snow cavern. Everyone else in the party is like, "Shut up! Why are you telling him these things?"
then.
That's a 14.
Yeah, you find a pretty good spot, you think, where there's not going to be any hidden geological features that you were not expecting. It's a bit of a hill, and while you're on, it's covered in snow, but upon inspection, you figure this is pretty much in the thawing months, just a dirt hill.
Good a spot as any. Changes into his normal badger shape and does what he has done. Geez, the last couple days at this point, right? And
Whee!
yep, creates a big cavern for us to to all get in, and then proceeds to create a little snow door to hide where we've been, because the whole party's not leaving tracks anyway. And then, yeah, lets everybody else get in so they can create the dome and we can get some rest. At least it was an event.
I mean, it's not over until when the sun comes up. I don't know what to expect here,
What, in the ground, or you mean?
where we're going. This is all just myth and conjecture. Well, not myth, but a heritage, but it's been lost for so long. You know how tales get. I mean, if you're not, and I point to his pen and paper, if you're not keeping good record of anything, it's just passed on from ages to ages.
Yeah, oral traditions are important, but is there anything you want me to keep track of aside from where we're traveling? Because I'm really just focusing on the map part of everything.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we've been really for a generation missing information, but once we get everything squared away and we round up the groups, history will be written by the victors, as they say.
Well, then I look forward to helping write down one.
You each prepare yourselves for your night's rest in your own way, getting your whatever normal things you do beforehand, and another night passes by. Once again, you awake to the chill air hitting you as the dome fades. A few hours probably before sunrise, as you created the dome pretty much right at sunset, and the nights are long in the winter. Hal, you probably guess that you have half a day to get to the base of the Vodka Field.
And you probably see a little bit of a urgency in Hell's steps. He's urging the party on quicker and quicker, as we can probably see, or at least sense that the ground is rising a little bit as we're heading towards the mountains. What is the weather like?
Belladin's like right in the middle of taking down, like comparing our stride versus how far we've gotten. So he's trying to get the scale of this entire tundra right compared to where they left in the forest and then the mountains where we're going to actually get the map so it's accurate, and then just lifts his hand up and does his cantrip.
Today you see a bit of snowfall continuing, and then the clouds part and the sun come out.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Thought it would be later today, as you see maybe the outline of these large mountains, in the distance, dark against, or less dark, or a little bit darker against the wider backdrop of the snow.
Yeah, it will in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, you continue your journey, and then eventually you reached first the foothills, and then the mountain range itself.
Is there any trace of anybody else in and around the area?
When would you have started searching?
As we started to get into maybe as the hills, maybe when we see some standalone rocks or boulders as we start to move towards the mountains.
Give me a survival check.
All right. 15.
15. You see some old tracks in bits of kind of exposed rock and dirt, but it's not anything recent. Probably a few weeks old at this point.
Oh, okay. We'll carry on.
And yeah, you reach the Vodka Fial. At this time of year, lots of rough terrain and arduous climbing up exposed rock and mountainside, and lots of vertical, sheer portions of mountain.
I want to start looking for civilization, old ruins, something that may lead us to where we need to lead to. Didn't we have to go in a cave to go underneath a mountain? Or on our way to Mordor or something?
So being just a few days ago, you would remember the vision granted to you by the oracle spirit. And yeah, somewhere in this mountain range is a kind of cavernous opening, but not more like a gigantic pit.
I mean, maybe we can send the birds. And he looks at Belladin. We're looking for at least a pit or a depression. Maybe it's covered with, some snow or some ice or something, but it goes down. It's probably yay big, and he holds his hands out pretty wide.
Sure. I mean, that's up to those who have birds. And he looks towards Fentwick.
Aren't you a bird?
I can change into a bird, but if I don't need to.
So you're not a bird.
So you think my normal form is a bird?
It's a bird or like a brown rodent.
You know what? I, badger's in black and white. I'm not brown when I'm a badger.
I mean, when you come out, you're brown.
I look at Fenthwick. Do I need to go fly, or do you think?
Well, I mean, I can send Archie up, but what are we looking for?
A large, like, pit or opening, maybe a depression, yay big, and he holds his hands out pretty wide that we need to go down into. It might be covered in, and he describes when water rushes off into some of the chasms, how it freezes there. It looks like pit we need to climb down or into.
Ice fall into a hole.
I'll send my familiar up. I'm gonna give him instructions to do kind of a search pattern around the local area, see what he can see.
And you did recast, right?
Who, you can go ahead and help Archie.
How far are you sending them?
I don't know. Let's say I have 500 feet out in a sort of a circular pattern, and if you don't see anything, come back.
Can you give me perception checks for Who and Archie, please?
So what's his perception? +3. But he also has advantage, so I guess 17, looks like.
I didn't roll who's it.
I think, I'm sorry, 14. It's the +30's already added in.
Okay, you can roll again.
Yeah, 17.
So you send them out. They fly out, and go about 500 feet away from you, circle, and come back. And you don't get a sense that they found anything of what you're looking for.
Nope, sorry. Snake eyes.
Pointing to Belladin, like the large mountains and typical, like, treacherous areas or paths we would like to avoid because of how the water comes down, and when then it freezes over, it makes it really slick, and like we're cartographing together.
If you're trying to find safe ways up, I would say give me a survival check. Either both of you can roll or one with advantage.
How's your bonus?
6. Yours is probably better.
Oh my god. Well, and then I roll like me. 14.
14.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 and a 5.
You look around and you see kind of a path further into the range. I mean, looks at least a bit less treacherous than some of the climbs up. It does require some bit of mountaineering, and you find a path, and then you see there'd probably be a cliff face, kind of this vertical portion where you'd have to climb probably maybe like 200 feet or so, and then you see that there's a ledge that you'll be able to go further in.
I brought a climber's kit.
Great.
Only meant
So,
to display it, not roll it.
Yeah, we've got enough.
Yeah, I've got rope.
As do I. I think we all, unless we got rid of it, we all have rope. So, when it gets to that section where we need to climb, I'm gonna use my winged boots to float up to where we need to be, and then use the equipment from the climbing equip to attach anchors and let the rope down. So that way, any climbing is gonna be a little bit easier.
So how the climber's kit works, it looks like, is that you attach an anchor. So you would need 8 anchors to be able to go all the way up. How many adventuring kits do you have? How many climbing kits do you have? Sorry.
What the hell is an adventuring kit? You were thinking of something else?
No, I was just thinking of climbing kit, and then I saw adventuring gear, and my mind mixed the two together.
I thought you were thinking of another system or something.
Climbering kits with carabiners, and you can go up and then 25 feet, and then you go up in 25. But you have to move.
Yeah,
25
you
feet
can't
at a
climb
time.
125 feet from that point without undoing the anchor.
But whoever's, I can use a python to at least anchor at the top, so that way,
Yeah.
as they're going up, there's another line to help them. So it's not just straight climbing up a frozen cliff face. There's a rope there.
Okay, so you attach one rope as kind of a guide and like extra safety, right, for them to climb up.
Right, and that in conjunction with everyone's crampons that they bought allows them to have spikes with which to put their feet into the ice wall. So they should, I mean, unless unless we are in the movie Cliffhanger. They should be able to just climb the rope with their hands and then use their feet to against the ice.
Is this something that we could see? Oh, because it's only up. It's not like we're going to be climbing a long time, right?
I did say it was 200 feet. So how long is there this rope?
Yep. So, but I mean, we all have. I've got 50 feet of rope. I think Fenwick's got 50 feet of rope. I imagine Core's got 50 feet of rope. You know what I mean? If you got the standard adventuring gear when you made your character, you should have rope. And that actually Core might not have rope then.
Hal's got 150 feet of rope.
Well, there you go.
So you are able to tie together 200 feet of rope.
I don't know how
So-
Poppy could carry 50 feet of rope.
Don't you have a bag of holding?
Well, minus that. I'm talking about just, I can't, ever since I saw that, adventure, the backpack video.
Go backpacking and then realize that carrying around all the stuff that D&D characters do is a heroic feat in and of itself. Some of them have low strength. But with your guys' preparations and gear, I would say that you're able to climb up this cliff face. It takes a bit of effort, right?
Yeah, it's in some time too. It'd be
Yeah.
strenuous.
But you're able to eventually climb up without incident. When you get to the next portion of the mountain face and continue, I mean, these are large mountains with vast amounts of, area. So you are further up and in.
As we get to the top, Hal will ask if Fenwick or Poppy can send their bird up again and maybe take another look now that we've traveled up some space.
Yeah, because you guys sent them in a 500-foot pattern, right? So maybe every 1,000 feet we move. It might be a good idea to have them do another circuit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Climb up this, and do you just send them out right from where you are? Or you guys continue forward? What are you guys doing?
I imagine we need to take breaks.
Yeah, especially after a climb like that, and just wait, send them out, catch our breath.
Yes. Take a break while they're out.
Oh, I do love the idea though of the two birds just kind of flying circles as we're slowly climbing up 200 feet. Like, come on, losers, get up here.
Yeah. But so go ahead and give me perception checks for Who and Archie again, please. All right, an 11 and a 17. They circle another 500 feet ahead of you, and once again, they don't find anything that you might be asking them to look for.
Oh,
What Hal was describing, what they're looking for, was it? Can you describe that again, Hal?
Yes, it looks like that's your cue, Richard.
What you saw in your vision was the elder brother formed the ritual to seal off and pretty much sink the fortress. At the end, all that was left was this kind of cavernous pit opening, probably no more than 30 feet across.
oh, so it's a 30-foot hole with like frozen waterfalls going down into it.
I mean, for all we know, that could be just at the top of the mountain. I mean, what else can we do but keep going, I guess?
Yep, we can keep going.
As you continue on, someone roll me a d20, please.
You could blame me.
My bad. 16.
16. As you continue up this mountain, you hear signs, of wildlife around you, Belladin, beasts and animals. Nothing alarming, and they seem to be avoiding you all as you are not making no attempt to hide your presence.
That's got to be so weird when you think about it, because with Belladin continually re-upping Paths Without a Trace because of his staff, it's just, it'd have to be a pretty hungry critter to want to come at us. Yep, I'll let the rest of the party know that we're not being tracked.
We're climbing up this mountain is foresty.
There is a bit of evergreen
Mm.
forest. You're not far enough north where there aren't any trees yet.
So where would we be at the map currently? Like here?
Yeah, you'd probably be,
Around
and you're
there.
climbing in and up to the mountains.
Right. Okay, cool. And yeah, that's good to know. There's trees and stuff.
Yeah, you continue climbing. It's not super difficult, but it's not. You're hiking. You're essentially hiking in the mountains with all of your gear, and you're having to find the best paths forward. While it's not difficult, it does take time.
Yep, okay. I think as we're going, at least slogging through, Hal's going to keep an eye out for any beastie tracks or obvious predators that he's familiar with being in
Give me a survival
from
check.
the area. Alrighty. 13.
13. You do notice one set of tracks, large paw prints crisscrossing kind of the area that you're traveling in. Not recent, but you can recognize the game trail, territorial, like hunting paths of a savager.
I would point it out to the group. I mean, maybe we can find an animal. Somebody can talk to an animal, point a bell and ask them. Maybe they know the
That's
dark
a
in
great
the,
idea. Something that lives around here.
in the wall. Yeah.
You would know how that savagers are one of the most ferocious predators in these mountain
Mhm.
ranges. Think of a cross between a dire bear and a porcupine.
Nice.
A cross between a lion and a tiger.
You guys aren't ready for that yet.
But maybe Belladin, you can talk to the animals. Maybe they can, or at least know of an area maybe that's secreted around, hard to get to, or I don't know, they avoid or they go there as sanctuary. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
No, I hear what you're saying. And he walks over to an evergreen tree that's nearby. Its bark kind of battered by the wind and snow covering its needles. And he puts his hand on the side of the trunk and casts Speak with Plants from the Staff of the Woodlands using 2 of the charges. And he just closes his eyes and he seeks not only to see if this tree is able to speak with him itself, but he knows that in some biomes the tree root networks tend to connect, so there's like they become a network. So he's seeing if when he speaks to this one he's speaking to a single spirit, or if he can speak to the forest that covers this mountain range.
Okay. And you go up to this kind of spruce tree that grows here on the mountain range, and you cast.
Hello, Ancient One. We have come to your home on the side of this mountain. Hope to learn from your wisdom and maybe the wisdom of your brother.
Curious. I have not spoke with a walker in some time.
This is a land with few walkers, and north of here, few of your kind. So, I feel like we are both lucky this day.
Few walkers who walk on two and who speak as you do, but this land is not devoid.
Of those who walk. Would you, or anyone that you feel connected to, know of a place among these mountains where the land covers what used to be a walker's, like myself, stronghold, and all that remains of it is a hole, is a space in the land that falls into it?
You seek that which was hidden.
Yes, we do, but not to pillage or to desecrate that which remains, but because those who hid it left it to be found by one who I travel with for a purpose from great evil.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure, I'm good at that. What is my charisma? just a regular old 10. Here we go.
Sorry, but yeah. Did I say charisma or persuasion? I said
You
persuasion,
said persuasion.
right?
You said persuasion. I
Okay.
was just checking my charisma, and I was like, oh, it's just a 10. So here we go. I'm still rolling like me. Did we get inspiration at the beginning of the session? Is that a thing in this campaign?
No.
Well, I have not done anything to earn one, so that is a 3.
That which was hidden was sunk deep into the mountain's roots, held tight, hidden by the last one of the walkers who spoke with me and my kind. Perhaps it's better for it to remain hidden.
Let me introduce you to that who I walk with, and I motion for Alianthar to come over, and I motion for him to put his hand on the bark of this evergreen.
I will move over and hug the tree.
in the the language of the trees, I say, I just for the record, I did not ask him to hug you. Uh, I don't know if that's a good thing or I do want to say that if my words alone, my need and his need and our need to find this place does not suffice, I will ask you, you and those on this mountain were around the last time dragons flew the skies.
My roots hold memories of those you speak of, but those come from those before me when I was but an acorn.
Then I beseech you to ask those who came before you if they still stand in their majesty upon the rock, if they remember the terror that their fire brings, because that is the tool of the enemy.
I think at this point you hear a low like hum from Hal, and he starts to produce a melody, and in the giantish tongue he's going to sing the song of the Watchers, the prophecy and creed, but in giantish, as he holds on to this tree and tries to connect with those times long ago, in the language that they used to speak here.
I'll say you can roll either a persuasion check with advantage or a nature check.
Who gets through that roll?
He's going to roll nature. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god. There you go. See, let someone roll who knows how to roll.
Start humming this song as you're hugging this tree. And Belladin, you start to hear the tree hum back and match pitch and cadence exactly. So it starts to echo in your mind, Belladin, as you almost feel this symphony around you. As despite the limitations of the spell, you are able to now hear another tree and then another until you almost hear the trees for miles around you as this roar symphony fills your mind. I have not been hugged since he who hid that which is hidden walked among us. This one's hugs feel similar, and it has been much longer since we've heard the song of the Walking Watchers.
I hope that tells you what our goals.
It does, young walker. It does. Go down that way. Turn left at the big donut.
Paladin smiles big.
No, he doesn't say that. He
Gives us directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belladin smiles big. Oh, go ahead, please.
That which you seek is hidden deep in the mountain. Fingers of the Vakafial protect it. Not an easy journey, and once you reach it, it is not an easy destination. West from here, seek the boulder that is split and climb north. You will see one of my brethren, one of our most ancient, or what is left, for he turned and became part of the mountain long ago, his bark of stone. From there, climb west again till you reach a glacial pass. It is in a small valley near this glacier that you will see that which you seek. Beware, for the guardian of the glacier suffers no one. Be well, young walker. And Hal, as you're hugging this tree and singing, you feel the bark almost vibrate against you. And even though there's no wind at the moment, the branches and leaves rustle for a moment, and a few pine needles drift and gently fall onto you.
I think Hal, once the song ends, he slowly releases the tree and he looks back to Belladin and smiles. And where he had ice blue eyes, they're now slate gray.
As we move away from this place and follow the directions, Belladin's going to write all that down on a separate parchment. But he's going to take a special note of this place on the map because he's going to come here and do something for this area after we're done. We don't have 8 hours right now, so I'll do it later. Yep, but he relates, we got to go west, find the boulder that was split, then we head north until we find an ancient tree that is now part of the mountain with bark of stone. Then we head west again until we find a glacial pass that has a small valley in it. But there is even though our destination is in there, there's also a guardian there that we may have to contend with because it does not suffer.
So, Hal, these pine needles fall gently on your shoulders and your hair as you finish humming your song, and the vibration that you can feel in the air coming from the spruce tree ends as well. And you turn back and look at your group with your piercing gray eyes.
I have the directions now.
Well done.
It really was your hug and singing. I wasn't doing a good job.
I think you did great. Then let us follow you.
And I will lead everyone and follow via the directions given to me by the friend tree.
And you continue your journey. And as you start climbing, you realize that you climbed for most of the day and you still haven't reached the first landmark.
Well, we're gonna trust what we've been given.
I would say that you probably reached the first landmark. As you're getting close to the end of the day, you're reaching the second landmark. You can start to see that the sun is starting to set below the western side of the mountain ranges. The daylight hours are shorter here because the sun starts to become hidden behind the mountains on the western side. As you're climbing through, you see in the distance this massive, ancient, petrified spruce tree.
Yeah. So I'll point it out to my companions, letting them know that that is our next landmark. But the sun's setting, so we kind of got to stop.
Very nice.
The terrain here, I don't imagine the ground's going to be super cool to dig into.
No.
Yeah.
You could try.
I kind of don't want to mess with the stability of where we're walking, so instead could I focus my search on just finding a suitable place to put the dome where it's going to kind of blend in, and if there's snowfall, it'll just kind of look more like we're a part of the terrain than just a bubble standing out on the side of the hill.
Sure. Give me...
Can I also look?
Yeah, you guys can either roll one with advantage or...
Yeah, I mean, maybe we should both roll, given how I've been rolling. Are you
I would
using
agree.
a speech modifier? Is that what's happening right
I'm
now?
just speaking really low.
Yeah, okay. Man, apparently you get one tree to hum at you, and things really change.
I see fire. 20.
And a 22.
Yeah, between the two of you, you definitely find a spot that could be well camouflaged and kind of hidden and out of the way of any possible animal tracks.
All right, I'll point it out to Finthwick, and I imagine Hal and I will spend our time kind of attacking the area with my staff and his weapon to make sure we're not doing a repeat of that one time. What was it, like a bed of flowers or something that attacked us? What was it? Yeah.
I believe it was.
So you are all able to make the dome and your bedding and yourselves for the journey ahead. Is there anything you'd like to do before you go to sleep?
Would I know anything about the Guardian? Or are there any stories, folklore, tribal knowledge passed down about this Guardian?
Roll me a history check.
Burn a luck.
All right.
10.
You're not sure whether it's because there are no stories or that when you might have gotten them is when you were in captivity, because you came to adulthood in captivity. So a lot of the traditions that your people might have had, you didn't get to partake in them. And then almost immediately after you were freed and you were able to gather, you went south.
Okay, cool.
What you do know is, again, that you remember stories from when you were young of anyone who kind of took up the quest to find Bleckadvarda almost never returned.
Belladin, I don't think anybody's ever made it this far, or at least they never made it back. If they did, to tell us that they made it, or they gazed upon the ancient trees, or the ruins of the fortress, or even the standard.
Even if they didn't have an Enix on them and forest that we the most stalwart of any people, if they got as far as this, it's possible that this Guardian gives you an idea of just how difficult this may be.
I would hate to think came all this way only to be turned back. Now, I don't know if things go south. I don't expect you guys to carry on looking to rescue me or to go in there with me. This is, yes, us together trying to do this Either we come back with the standard, well, I come back with the standard, or I don't come back.
Hey, Hal, I know I'm in it for the long haul, so you could always count on me.
Thanks, Poppy. You've been a real friend. First Southlander I met when I went south, and you're not even from here. At least you're from a place that has dragons, and they're good. Dragons here aren't good. Are you gonna ever go back home?
Dragons are just like people, some good, some bad. Home, someday. But what's important right now is what we're doing here.
And with that thought of the bonds you've made over time with your companions, drift off to sleep and awaken once more in the early pre-dawn hours of the chilly night air hits your skin as the dome fades after 8 hours.
Let's do it again, huh?
Yep, one more day, and enjoy the sunrise. And he glances over to Poppy and leaves the words unsaid, as if they might be the last.
And you continue journeying through the mountains, up the mountains, finding your way through this wild mountain terrain, till eventually you see it in the distance, Belladin, gleaming in the late, probably I would say early afternoon light by now, a glacier in the distance. Almost looks like a sparkling jewel shining in the sun.
Well, there we go. And it's at that point he'll do the druidcraft to see what the weather's going to be like for the rest of the day, to know if we're going to be fighting in clear weather or not.
Yeah. You see sunshine.
Sunshine ahead. Everyone be on their guard. We're heading into the area where they said there'd be a guardian.
And you continue journeying probably about another 2 to 3 hours to get to the glacier. And you start the path before you starts to descend into the glacial valley. And you descend for probably another hour or so as you start to traverse this snow-covered valley with spruce trees dotted here and there amongst the landscape. As you get closer and closer to the glacier, you notice the landscape change, the ground change, and you see it. A massive, probably almost 200 feet across from end to end. Frozen, jagged, spiked cliff face, almost vertical. Well, not quite vertical. They're kind of pointed diagonally down, kind of funneling into one spot in the bottom as you reach the edge. And you look down and you see that this jagged ice wall, probably 80 feet down, all around, like encompassing this whole area, this whole pit, kind of funnels down into this one spot, probably around 30 to 50 feet across.
I cast if I think that we can get to the hole that we see in the distance within an hour, then I'm going to cast Water Walk on everybody, because that will allow us to stand on the ice without being affected by it.
Well, it does gradually go down, and I would say actually it's probably not, sorry, I said 80. It was probably double that of this kind of pointed angle down, and then ending at this kind of snow-capped circular area at the bottom. I could just show you all.
Nice.
This ice area here is kind of vertical, angling down slightly, and ends at a point 180, 200 feet down in this kind of circular area at the bottom. It's covered in snow. So each of these squares counts as double of the ice area, and it's this kind of jagged ice wall.
Right.
So it's heading down, and you're all at the edges of this pit.
Is this a hole or like a shelf?
Think of this all area. The whole area of ice is what you see. Think of it as like spiky, jagged ice wall. Doesn't really change.
Should we have them take a look around and see if there's a guardian in the area before we start going down what looks like a very dangerous ridge?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Who, can you check the place out?
Give me a perception check for who. Can you tell me the number? I'm in another screen right now.
19.
Who flies around, comes back and reports back that she doesn't notice anything.
Nope. He didn't see anything.
Oh my god, we got so small.
Welcome to my world.
What magics does this guardian bring to shrink us so? Wait, did anyone eat any candy or cookie that said small or big? Wait, what is...
No, but I think Hal is going to eat a heart charm before we jump down or start to move forward.
Nice.
And I will remove it from my. That was a long time ago.
I have no memory of that whatsoever.
Really? We're really doing this? That's that's spiky.
Yeah, but I don't know what.
Yeah, so that fixes it. So it's about probably 100. You guys estimate now, Bella, that it's probably 140, maybe 200 feet down on the side that you're at.
Okay.
I mean, can you make us fly?
No, I wish.
Hal looks longingly at Fenwick. Can you make us fly?
No.
200 feet from where to where? 200 feet down.
100, guesstimating. You would think anywhere it's between like maybe 140, 100. So again, each of the squares is double when you're in there.
What I want to know is straight across from here to here.
It's about 200 feet.
200 feet across. Okay.
It's probably longer now. That's just to give the effect of going down. Vertical maps are weird in a two-dimensional space.
Okay, so at the edge here, we step off, that would be 200 feet down.
Down,
But
yeah.
but getting across here is only what, like 80 feet?
Yeah, if you're just flying straight across, like if you would fly without going down from one end to the pit to the other, it'd be about 200 feet.
But what about down to that area in the middle? Because you said 80 before, but it's 200 now to go down.
200 because it was the
Well, it depends.
scale was off. Yeah.
Are we trying to get to this middle bit here?
Yeah, we need to go down. That's where, and he gestures around. The fortress is this large, and it was sunken. Mountain and ice kind of collapsed and froze over. But we have to get down there to get to the standard.
Okay, so we have to go down.
Hey, Fenwick. I think if we could just go across, going
Well,
down.
I can get us across.
I could get us down.
How do you get us down?
Well, if you could get us across, we could just float down.
Why can't we float down from here?
All the jagged ice.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to hit the ice by accident. Not only that, I could only make people float directly down, not diagonally.
Okay,
Well,
I mean,
you don't have to worry about me, so you can just take me out of whatever.
Yeah, the walls of this pit are angled enough so where it ends, the snow patch is only like 50 feet across.
I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Randy. You just need.
yeah, I think I do. You're gonna feather fall us down?
Yeah, we just need to make sure we're over the patch where we want to land.
Well, I can basically form a bridge that will take us across.
Oh, that'll make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the scary part is what's going to happen as we roll across the bridge.
How long will the bridge stay there?
The bridge can stay there for up to 10 minutes.
And we'd all have to jump at the same time.
And maybe I can carry you.
Well, I'll be fine no matter what we do. Let's do it.
Okay, so you want to go across?
Yep.
Yeah, that's our destination.
Okay, well, then I can use the staff to cast Wall of Force because I can make it into 10 by 10 panels, and I can make it into a flat surface.
Oh, that's cool.
So 10 by 10 is 100, so...
Yeah, it gets you pretty much right over the middle. You see Fenwick cast this, but you guys don't see anything. You see this magical force appear, but you don't see anything.
Well, Belladin trusts him implicitly, so he just starts walking.
Give me a dex note.
Well, Belladin's got winged boots, so even if he picks the wrong spot to walk, he'll be okay. It's just Belladin's luck that he just starts walking and Fenwick goes, no, it's 10 feet to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go straight across. So just straight.
Yep, so it's actually over here.
Well, it looks like Fenwick's spell went off. It's just that we don't see anything.
Yep.
So
That's what I was waiting.
I
I go to the middle of the bridge and wave my hand. See? Just walk to me.
Just trust me, guys.
Just walk right behind me. Walk where I walk.
It's just that scene from the Indiana Jones movie where he's got to do the leap of faith.
Yeah, so you all walk out and you are now
That's what we need. The flower. We throw the flower out the own. How's that?
Yeah, there we go. That's why I bring the flower
Mhm.
everywhere with me.
200 feet up in the air at the edge of this invisible bridge of force. I would say you're probably about almost dead center over the. There's fine.
Move us where you want, buddy.
That is
You're there, and that's fine.
impressive. Right where we'll land on the trap.
Of course, the other thing I realized we could have done is it says it can be at an angle too, so we could have done a 100-foot ramp down.
Yeah, but this is far
What-
more
what-
impressive.
would have been
Way
a
more fun.
would have been a rather steep slide, but
You still got about another
Ooh.
50,
Mhm.
50 to 100 feet down to the bottom after the end of the ramp. So
That's fun. Now this is far more impressive. So now we just step off, right?
At the same time, guys, and Poppy dives.
Hal will trust Poppy implicitly as he jumps off right behind her.
yeah, jump.
all right, you all jump.
And then just before Poppy hits the ground, she will reaction featherfall.
Do physics work? Yeah, no, wait. Do physics work the way they do in real life? Because that would fucking break your neck.
No, part of Featherfall is that you gently.
Yeah, this isn't like Spider-Man Featherfall.
Yeah, but 5 feet is still 5 feet. Whiplash still exists.
It's magic.
Okay. That is very funny. Wait till the last moment. So everyone's like, wait, Poppy said we were going to be okay.
No,
and
what-
everyone's
what
just
she's-
falling at terminal velocity. Because
What
that's
she's
how
actually
D&D
doing
works.
as everybody's watching her, as she's falling, she's acting like, wait, where'd that feather go? And she's like searching on her body, like everywhere. Wait, where is? I would have sworn she'll take out like pantyhose and throw that. And then she'll take out something else, and he's like, no, that's not. And then she'll take out something. Be like, oh, I've been looking for that for weeks. But yeah, she'll cast Featherfall. You said it was 200 feet up, 60 feet around. So yeah, she'll cast it at about 60 feet.
Hold on. Why do you think 60 feet around? According to sage advice, you fall 580 feet in 6 seconds. Like you immediately hit terminal velocity once you become airborne, according to the rules of.
The rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round.
If you cast it as soon as we start falling, otherwise, in D&D you fall 580 feet per round, unless you have Featherfall on.
What does it? I mean,
But anytime during that turn, you can use a reaction.
yeah, it's a reaction. So like, what do you want me to say? What do you want to know, Richard?
It's fine. It's a reaction. You can use it anytime during those 6
Okay.
seconds.
Okay.
It's more for the bit, so we're fine.
I don't think he's gonna say, "Oh, sorry, Adam, because you said 60 feet. Everybody takes damage."
No. I'm not trying to make anybody take damage. I'm trying to visualize how fast everyone is falling and at what point, like, they realize they're not gonna die.
It's probably about like 4 seconds.
Yeah, Poppy will stretch it as far as she can.
and yes, I agree with Randy. As long as you don't look down, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know that scene in Mission Impossible
Mhm.
where they're breaking into the vault
Hmm.
It's the stop that kills you.
and he's on that rope levee.
Yeah,
right?
you just
This
got to
time?
catch the sweat before it hits the snow
Yep.
beneath us.
And you're falling, and then suddenly, whoever is holding your rope catches finally, and
Jean
you're
Renault
yeah.
kills the rat and is able to stop
Yep.
you from hitting the ground.
But you
So
all,
funny.
for the last second, gently touch the ground.
I mean, Belladin's gonna be fine, but I imagine other people might need to check see if they peed a little bit.
It smells like poop.
As you all touch the ground, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yep, the moment we touched it, I figured.
Wasn't there a time when we all fell and Poppy didn't cast Featherfall, even though she said she did? I would have sworn. There was
I
a
think
time-
so. I think when you guys went
Yeah,
down
that-
to
I think, and I think it was just because she wanted to be a dick.
Well, I'm glad Belladin has winged boots on.
I just got crushed by a dice. I literally cannot roll because the dice is on top of me.
Thank goodness for that advantage.
I'm still last.
You want to go first before me, Fenthwick? Because you and I got the same exact roll.
I don't really care.
Okay, we'll see what we're dealing with.
Yeah, if I go first, I can use you as a human shield.
There we go.
I just yell, "Take him!"
So you all land on this kind of circular bit of covered snow, and it appears to be solid ground. Cora's up first.
Solid ground as it's rock or it's snowed over.
It's snowed over, so you're not really sure what's underneath.
Because we knew about the Guardian coming up to this, so I imagine he's already got the bow out. Let me look at his features real quick, but I'm going to assume he's just going to get ready to shoot something if it appears.
Yeah, the reason that the fact that you know about the Guardian is the only reason there's not a surprise round.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's because of Hal's natural 20.
Then he's going to pop a key point to enact patient defense. So he's dodging basically, but he's still readying a shot with the bow if something dangerous shows up.
So patient defense. So you have Phantom.
And he's readying an action.
Ready in action. All right.
And that is his turn. You might want to hit start on the combat tracker.
All right. Poppy, you're up.
She'll just do a dodge action. Wait a minute. 1 second. Is the snow deep?
For you, it's probably up to your knees.
With snowshoes on?
I guess you'd be doing
yeah.
water walking.
Yeah, we still have water walk, so
So
she'd be
yeah,
on top.
you're not sure how deep it is actually.
I want to try to Hal. I'll go behind Hal and then try to hide. So,
Okay, give me a stealth check.
why didn't it send it to the? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Sorry. Let me try it again. Why is it not working? Third time's a charm. And then that was bonus action. And then for our action, she'll dodge. Yeah, I never until you did it, I never realized I could do that. Hide and then dodge, or dodge and then hide, or yeah.
Yeah.
Until Jordan did it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Belladin moves up 30 feet for his movement. And then action's gonna be symbiotic entity, giving him 32 temp HP. And then I think, yeah, he's holding his staff in one hand and then his shield in the other. So he's just gonna shillelagh, just in case he needs to whack something with it this combat, because we don't know what we're fighting yet.
Now that you're down at the bottom, this is the actual correct measurement of the.
Okay. Yep. Just spreading everyone out then. Yep. That's how we were all set up. Okay. And that is my turn. Yeah. It's action, bonus action, and movement.
I'm gonna ready a firebolt for whatever shows up. So, maybe move away a bit.
Yeah, we are we're all kind of in a line. I just realized.
Let's hope the Guardian doesn't know Thunderbolt.
Yeah, actually, I would have gone diagonally. I would have moved away from everybody else. Thank you, Randy. I just realized we were all grouped up.
Hal's gonna rage, bonus action, and then move like towards the middle, towards the giant rock. I will hold my action to dash at if there's something that pops up as some kind of imposing figure. I will dash towards it.
You're gonna hold a dash.
Yeah.
So as you all land and prepare yourselves for combat, there's a moment of quiet where nothing happens until Hal, right in front of you, the snow bursts into the air as this huge creature that was lying underneath suddenly burrows out.
Oh God!
This gigantic, almost like serpent, flat worm-like creature, but it's huge and massive with this armored, white scaled and spiky body with its kind of almost like spear-like jagged pointed feet with this massive row of teeth and just wide pointed mouth. Its head almost like an arrowhead. It is going to use its acid spray.
May the readied actions go off because it.
Yep, all the readied
appeared.
actions that you have go off.
Okay.
So you guys can take them first. Core first, I believe.
Ooh, 16. That was a low roll.
16 does not hit.
Thank you, sir. See, you weren't last, Hal.
A 12 does not hit as the bow and the firebolt just blast against its armored body.
It's fitting we're fighting a worm type creature because I did see Dune 2 today.
It was good, right? Like it's nice to have like an actual blockbuster sci-fi film rather than just kind of like a Marvel-esque
Mm-hmm.
filler movie.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Hal, would you like to dash?
I will elect not to use my reaction.
Belladin, you had Shillelagh, right?
Yeah, but it was more. It's just my weapon is now empowered. It wasn't so much a ready thing.
So this is just
It dies. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, minion rules. It's only got 1 hit point.
well, how far apart is this thing? You said like 50 feet. Yeah.
50 feet. So it's a 30-foot cone.
I mean, yeah, it would be on the edge of its space, though, right? So, 30-foot cone, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it would go from the edge of the space all the way to the edge of the platform.
Go.
Oh no!
It misses me. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So you are still within range. I need a dexterity saving throw.
So because he's dodging, is that advantage for someone who's dodging? Yeah.
Yes. Is it? I don't
Yeah.
know. Let me double.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
I think so. That makes sense.
I
to
thought
me.
I thought it was just
Yeah, somebody dodging gets
Yeah.
+2 to AC and advantage on dex saves. Is that it?
If you
Yeah.
can see the attacker, yeah.
Yeah.
They have disadvantage on tax rolls against you, and you have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Hmm.
Sick.
Very cool.
That's
All right.
more useful than I thought it was.
So DC 17 dex save.
I will burn a luck.
Wow. It's still me rolling, guys, but he made it at least.
He meets, and I believe he has evasion at this point.
Yeah, so he takes 0. Let
No,
me
no.
double check his features.
Success. So yeah.
0. Yep.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
it's only fail. You take half. Okay.
He does have it. All right, let me roll. Come on, roll good. Nope. I'm still
Nope.
me. That's a 7.
All
Ooh,
right.
that's a
so
crit fail. I'm 10 below. I'm just saying.
Yep. Core is able to barely kind of knife his body just at the edge of this 30-foot cone, and this acid sprays out at you. You take 18 points of acid damage, 18 points of fire damage.
Oh, I have bless.
You do have bless.
You do have
I rolled a
bless.
16, so I succeed.
No, you rolled a.
Luck.
Okay.
16.
Take the-
Yeah, I wouldn't have burned that luck point if I had realized that.
Yeah. So you would have
Yeah,
succeeded.
yeah, that's fine. You can take.
Yeah,
So yeah.
But
Okay.
he still
Succeed.
takes half of this.
So half that. So
Yeah.
you take 9 acid and 9 fire, but you are not coated in this heated acid. Belladin, you are coated in this heated acid, and I'll tell you what happens.
In a round.
Yeah, at the start of your turn. But that is its turn.
I'd like to use my reaction now.
Okay.
Yeah, I bet you used your reaction before. Oh, to move. I mean, yeah. Oh, nice.
To reduce that by 4. So it's 9, 9, 18 minus 4.
For you, right?
Down to 14.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Good call, because I only took actually 6 damage because of all that temp HP I had.
Yeah, it's not going to move where it's at from now. So that is the end of his turn. Core,
Has Core ever seen anything like this before?
give me a nature check.
Just shooting in the dark. Oh my god, that's a natural 20 for a 19.
He's heard tales of this sort of creature from his people.
Now, would Core be so? Considering that Jason's not here, right? Would Core be able to whatever you're going to tell him, the group would know? Or would he be able to convey that to the group?
I mean, we speak his language.
Oh, okay.
Right. We know Sylvan, which is what he speaks, right?
He has like, basic common. He can ask where the library is,
Biblioteca. Would the tales of his people know about any weaknesses, resistances, or immunities?
Yeah. So he's heard tales of his people's battles in the north, because his lineage of elves come from the kingdom that used to be the principal rulers of this land before the humans came and Ilari was founded.
Oh wow.
So he would know that this is a glacial crawler.
Cool.
It's so he's heard whispers of fireside tales of a monster that has plagued the land since people's first walk there. It's a nightmare with many names, all bearing the same meaning. Whale worm, follower under the ice, walrus worm, most call it the glacial crawler. He would know that with the natural 20, it is immune to acid, cold, and fire. And one of the main tales about it is that while it has no eyes, if you are within its range, it can both sense your movements and see you no matter what.
Okay, nice.
Well, not no matter what. Let's just say without superior magical means. So it essentially has tremor sense and blind sight.
Well, he's gonna hope that it doesn't have a range because he's like 10 feet away right now, so he's gonna move back. Is he attacked as he moves away?
That was 10 feet away. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
going to get attacked.
Yeah, I should have used another key point to enact patient defense as he moved.
That's a 19.
That misses. He is too quick. He's got an AC of 21 with all of his boosts. All right,
Nice.
he's gonna get his bow ready and he's gonna take 2 shots at him. Oh, it was so scared it ran away. See, the Lord giveth and he taketh away. That's a 11. And then second attack,
11.
another 11. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't be piloting core. That is bonus actions. Oh, stunning strike has to be a melee weapon, right? Yeah. Well, we may need to get in close then. He's gonna summon his arms. Everyone's away from him, right? Yeah, he summons his arms in anticipation of getting closer. Boom. And yeah, that is action, bonus action, and movement.
All right, at the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action to spit acid at Core as it senses him moving away.
Really should have done the patient defense.
23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Coming as Poppy turns and spits acid at so he takes 12 points of acid damage and 9 points of fire damage.
Poppy yells, "How rude!"
Would this count as a missile? But he can't deflect. No, but he could deflect it.
It's a ranged weapon attack,
That's what I'm saying.
but it's acid.
But it says a missile, right?
Yeah, deflect missiles.
But what is the text on it?
You can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit or by a ranged weapon attack.
This is a ranged weapon attack. So yeah,
Of course, I roll a 1. But I reduce it by 15. How much damage did I take? 17.
Yep.
So he just has a little bit of acid on his arm as he deflects
Yeah.
most of it away.
Does it look like
Very
he
cool.
catches a loogie or something? Like,
Yeah, normally he does the whole thing that's super gross where he like spits straight up into the air and then catches it in his mouth, but not this time.
all right, Poppy, you're up.
Poppy will take a step forward, take out her whip, and she will whip it.
How good do you whip it? Let's see.
Yeah,
She
let's
whips
find out.
it pretty good.
Well, we'll find out by this roll.
Does Poppy get advantage? She hid blast. Oh, never mind.
No.
No, yeah, okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That's pretty good.
For 10 slashing, 15 sneak attack, and I didn't see poison. Oops. Is it
It's
1d6
all-
or 1d4? Let me look at that.
It's all
It's 1d4.
poison damage?
D6.
No. It's slashing damage plus a sneak attack, and then extra poison damage, right? On top of the 25.
Yeah, 1d. Wait a minute. No, I have to read this again. On hot target, takes 1d4 slashing damage. Succeed. Why did? Oh, sneak attack. That's why it was so big. Or must succeed on. Oh, and needs to take a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, right. The poison damage is if the
Yeah, for the poison damage.
yeah, for the save.
DC 15.
We'll just flashy thingy ourselves so we forget that you said that. Ooh.
Oh, I hate you.
Good to know. Good to know though. It's a +5 on that con save.
Hey, but hey, she still did 25 points.
Oh,
of
sorry.
damage.
Sorry. It should be a +9.
Oh, gross.
Oh, and then she will actually move. She'll actually climb probably 5 feet, because I want her to be behind a stalagmite or whatever, pointy thingy for cover.
An icy outcropping.
Yeah, an icy outcropping for cover.
Go ahead and roll that still.
Well, I didn't say she was hiding. I wanted her there for cover. And then bonus action. What the hell? Well, because there's nothing else I can do. Let's go ahead and hide, just for the hell of it.
Ooh, nice roll.
Like it really matters. But okay.
Oh, right, because it got blindside or something.
Blindside tremor
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have dodged.
At the end of your turn, as you wounded it, lets out this horrible kind of high-pitched screeching noise as it's going to use the last 2 of its legendary actions.
Don't like that.
You can take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage. How?
No, I used my reaction.
That's true. Yeah, so it burrows underneath the snow and ice. It leaves a 5-foot tunnel in its wake. Hal.
Ooh,
Awesome. I'm gonna climb up its ass.
that doesn't work too well in Dune, but we're not in Dune, so hopefully it'll work
Oh, sorry,
okay.
it's not hiding, so you would still be able to tell where it is, right?
Yeah, or at least if it was just under the snow, yeah.
No, it's going pretty far down, so you would not be able to see it. It'd be out of sight. Is that the end of your turn, Poppy? Yeah, because it used a legendary action. Belladin.
Well, shit. Belladin was gonna do something, but the guy's gone now, so he's gonna go up another 30 feet, and then, well, we'll say 20, and then so up here, kind of above the ice,
Okay.
and well, he doesn't want to waste a spell by holding it, because if it doesn't come back up next turn, then he's wasting a spell slot because he's concentrating on it. So he's gonna use another symbiotic entity charge. So this is last wild shape of the day, and get another 32 HP back. It doesn't have a lot of bonus actions.
Oh, sorry. At the start of your turn, Belladin.
Oh yeah, I take damage, right?
Yeah, you're gonna take 4 points of acid and 4 points of fire damage.
Oh Jesus Christ! Do I know how to get this to stop?
You figured you would have to spend your action to scrub it off.
Okay, so then instead of doing the symbiotic entity, because that's an action, he's gonna just move. Would you say another 8 points of damage? You said.
Yep.
All right. He spends his action removing this debuff, this fucked up shit, and then, because I never use level 1 spell slots, I'm gonna cure wounds myself, just kind of offset the damage I took. I'm too far away from Hal to heal him, so yep, that's about right. Almost minimum. And that's it. Kind of a wasted turn, but there you go.
Fentwick, you're up.
Well, since this thing has vanished,
And is immune to fire.
and I will just call up. Well, fortunately, I don't know too many fire spells. I will call up Bigby's hand,
Bigby's hand.
Nice.
and
nice.
I'll just plop him there in the middle, waiting for him to show up.
I need to make a hand token for you.
Can we move outside of the snowy region?
It's that you start getting into the jagged ice wall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna maybe move.
Rick, that's Discord, not ChatGPT.
You think?
Oh God, do you have it connected to something?
Yeah, you should be able to move that axe, Randy. That should be Bigby's hand. All right, Hal, you're up.
You said I could. I'm going to use a bonus action to do second wind, heal 4 points, and then
Nice.
you said I can follow this thing into the earth.
You see a 5-foot tunnel that it's left behind in front of you. Like there's a 5-foot wide opening that you can go into.
Well, let's go into there and see if I can find the creature.
Look at this
All
madman.
right. So it the tunnel burrows down 20 feet before it doubles back and goes towards the northeast.
All right.
And you would see it probably 30 feet ahead of you.
All right. And I will attempt to attack it recklessly.
So how much movement do you have? You have
40 feet.
40. So it's gone 50 feet from you. because you have to go 20 feet down into this tunnel, and then it's another 30 feet.
I will dive into the 20 feet tunnel and take 2d6,
Sounds fair to me.
3 damage.
Yep.
And then
Sorry to say this, but does that mean that you're now prone?
Make a dexterity saving throw
Yeah, it's
for
usually
me.
a save to decide that.
yeah, 22.
Oh yeah, danger sense.
You land on your feet.
And continue after the creature. Do I have enough movement to get there? I will attempt to attack it with my warhammer recklessly.
All right, go for it.
I'm so close to a 20.
23. That is only 12 damage, but it is marked. Any attack not against me is disadvantage.
Very nice.
I can't move it since it's so big. Second attack.
24 hits.
That is a 14. I will action charge.
Action charge.
26
26 hits.
for 14.
That D8 turned that D20 into a natural 20.
And it's 26.
26 hits.
Golly, for 12.
Not bad.
Can I do bonus action dash blah blah blah. End of my turn.
Well, it's not going anywhere, so I'll just say you ran up this way, Hal. You're underground with it. 20
You can
feet.
mark them like down 20 feet.
Yep.
In the can you put it? I think you can put a negative
Oh, that just brings it down to 0. Let's see. It puts you underneath the map.
under the map. Isn't that cool?
That's crazy.
It changes
Okay.
your layer.
Well, do you? Hopefully, you can see where you are, Hal. But
You can
none
just
about none.
select.
You can see this. It was going to pop out, but you followed in after it, so
Jesus Christ, Hal.
it's going to attack. First of all, Hal, roll me a d6. 2. Perfect.
That's a 2. 2.
That's 10, 19 plus 9 to hit, so 19 to hit.
That is a fail to hit me.
All
It has advantage. You rolled advantage.
Yes, he did.
I rolled a 10
Yep.
and 8. So
You're a madman for going down there. You really are. Oh my God.
wow.
Also fails to hit me.
Oh. A battle for the ages is happening underneath the snow, and none of us are aware.
Yep. That's a 14 plus 9. 23, yeah.
Fails to hit me.
Did you say it fails to hit you? What is your AC?
No, that hits me.
All right, you take 19 piercing damage, and you are grappled.
Oh no.
As it tries to take 2 bites at you, as you follow it down to its tunnel, and you see its body is tensed as it's waiting to spring up out of the snow and ice, and you can see now how that this is thick ice that you are in, and its body you see it condensing as it's about to spring up at your companions, and it suddenly, as you thunder towards it, you hear its head just whips around, its eyeless head looking at you and its jagged teeth, and you hear this chittering. It tries to bite at you twice, and you're able to block it with both your hammer and your shield. But as you block both bites, its tail comes whipping up over your head and spikes you in the back, and then wraps around you.
Cool description.
Well, there's nothing for Core to attack. Okay, so where's the hole? Over here? And then he's just going to drop. He's just going to take a step off the edge and drop to the ground and take no damage.
So he's dropping down the 20-foot hole. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got, what's it called?
Yep,
Low
yep.
Yeah, whatever
He's a
that
monk.
is called. Yep.
So as Core drops down, he sees this kind of 5-foot tunnel, and at the end of it, you can it's just squeezed in is this massive creature, and then Hal wrapped in its tail.
All right, we're gonna. All right, he drops the bow on the ground, and he's got the ancestral arms out, and he's just gonna start punching. Jesus Christ, I can't roll worth of shit. Yep. Flurry of blows. There you go. Let's finally. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So he keeps the bow in his regular arms. You're totally right. 10 points of damage, and then stunning strike.
Ooh, terrible roll.
I think that's a fail. So he's stunned.
It's going to burn a legendary resistance.
There we go. That's what I was thinking. Okay, and then last attack off of this flurry of blows, and that's a miss. That was bonus action. That was he had exactly the amount of movement he needed to get over here. So that is movement, bonus action, and action. So he's down there with Hal, and I imagine he yells up in Sylvan to the hole. It's got Hal.
At the end of Core's turn, it's going to use a legendary action to take a bite attack at advantage. That is 21 to hit. No, sorry, 20. I can't do math right now.
21. You said +9, right?
Yeah, plus 9.
21. What's your AC
13
rating?
plus 9.
20.
Yeah, so it hits.
Oh, 22. I mean, it
Yeah,
still
I
hits,
was like,
but yes. Sorry, man. I'm doing a bunch of things at the same.
So you take 16 points of piercing damage plus 9 points of acid damage. All right, Poppy.
Poppy, concerned for Hal after hearing what Core said, she'll go ahead and hop down the hole. She'll use her reaction to cast Slow Fall, so she gets down the hole.
Jesus Christ. You need a whole separate tunnel map for this.
I know. Oh, I got.
And then she looks.
Let me put everyone down 20 feet so no one can see what anyone.
She looks. She looks over to the worm, and then she says. How does a worm eat when its mouth hurts? It just has to suck it up. As long as it has an intelligence of at least 4, it will understand me. As she touches hideous laughter.
Dang.
You cast your spell. It makes no reaction.
No.
It doesn't appear to understand you at all.
Ooh, interesting. Then she will try to wall walk back. Well, no, she won't be able to do that. Okay, what else? That was action. I haven't done a bonus action yet. Yeah, I'll have her climb back up halfway. So she'll go climb 10 feet up, so that'll take 20 feet of movement.
So you've gone into a tunnel that is made of pure ice.
Oh, it's pure ice, not snow? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Then she'll stay down there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this tunnel that you guys have gone down it's
The nice tunnel.
yeah, it's an ice tunnel. It's like the walls are smooth and slick.
Cool. How many feet is the ice and the snow? How thick is the snow?
Now that you're able to see, it'd probably go only up to like your knees, Poppy.
That's like less than a foot.
Well, Jesus Christ. Belladin can't really do anything in this situation because he can't even get over to that hole. So they're 20 foot down right now? And that creature is huge, right? So how big across was it? Like 10 feet or 15 feet?
Yeah, somewhere around there. But it's able to condense its body down in this.
Right, because it's like a thin blade. That's how it's cutting through the ice to begin.
Mechanically, it's bigger than large, correct?
It's huge.
That's what she said.
That's a huge worm.
Action, use the second symbiotic entity that I couldn't last round because I had to remove the fire and acid, and then is going to, I can't see how to heal him, so I guess I'm just going to move 35 feet, and then bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. Oh, not bad. 8, and I'm just waiting for people to show up, because everyone's underground at the moment. Yeah, because I could go up at a diagonal. Yeah, I had all these plans to use different magic spells that I thought would be fun here, but the fight has changed. That's it for me.
Like, God damn it. Everybody's jumped in the hole.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to wait. They have to come up sometime. I'm just going to dodge.
Are you going to do anything with Bigby?
No, he's going to stand there and wait too.
All right, at the end of your turn,
Yeah, Bigby just goes around, smashes his hand every 5 feet.
it's going to use a secondary legendary action again. How to make an attack at you? 27.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 18 and 9.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
That's really funny.
So you take another 16 points of piercing plus 9 acid. So you are currently grappled. It is a escape DC of 17.
Is that an action?
Yes, if you would like to escape.
I will not escape, but I will attempt to hit this creature
Oh, because
recklessly
he's grappled. He's not restrained, right? So it's not going to
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn a luck point. Roll again. Wow. Okay. 16 misses.
Sorry, guys.
17.
You said just hits?
Yep.
Whoops.
Nice.
That is 17 damage. It is marked again.
17 for 17.
Sorry, I would have used a reaction before my turn. And I will use my bonus action to drink a potion.
All right, roll for it. Nice.
Bonus action, features. It has disadvantage against attacks against anybody but me.
At the end of your turn, it's going to use its last legendary action to attack you. 20.
Still misses. 20?
11 plus 9.
Yeah, 20 hits.
That's 16 points of piercing and 9 acid.
Is that after the half for the piercing?
No. So it's total. So you could half that. I'm just going to give you guys the damage and then you guys can.
Yep. Got it.
Lucky. Yeah, I mean, it's got you. Yeah, that's why I did it. Because that would have sucked. So it's going to attack you. Just try to bite you at advantage, Hal. That won't hit, right?
17,
Your
yeah. 17
AC of
misses.
20.
Correct.
So it needs an 11 on the dice. Second attack, second bite. That definitely hits. So 16 plus 9. And then it's going to, use its spike. All right. It's just going to try to spike you. So it's just going to try to, like, essentially, as it's grappling you, try to slam you against the wall so it hits your spike. It's hit its spike again. Yeah, that hits for another 19 piercing. So again, as it has its tail wrapped around you, it's coiling and tightening. You feel it squeezing you, Hal. It tries to bite at you. You're able to take your hammer and block its mouth, and it pulls back again. And you think it's going towards your shield arm. As you bring it up, it snakes its head around the other side and sinks its teeth into you and grinds almost like it's like not so much a bite as it's using its jaw and head as like almost like a sawing motion against you. And as it does, it releases you and you feel your body being slammed against the ice wall as the spike in its tail drives further into your side. And once again, that like hideous chittering high-pitched screech. It's not so much of a roar as it's kind of almost like a menacing hiss this time as it faces all of you with its eyeless armored head.